What up, HyperChange? Welcome to another episode of Moonshot Monday. Today we're talking all about cryptocurrencies. Gold is just a shiny rock, the dollar is just a piece of green paper, and Bitcoin is just a piece of code. In 2008, during the peak of the financial crisis, in October, a white paper hit the internet called Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer decentralized payment network, or something along those lines. The paper was published by an anonymous author who went under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. To explain Bitcoin, I'm just going to read the first sentence from Satoshi's abstract. A purely peer-to-peer version of electronic cash would allow payments to be sent directly from one party to another without going through a financial institution. At its core, the concept of Bitcoin is flipping the entire financial system on its head from the way we know it. Instead of having a few elite individuals at the Federal Reserve control capital, Bitcoin is founded on the notion that a decentralized network of computers can house this software that will allow you to transact with individuals with no intermediary or no financial institution necessary. This is a total reversal of the entire financial system that we live in today. So the core technology behind Bitcoin is incredibly complex. At its most basic level, there's essentially miners who are operating servers and completing equations every time you do a Bitcoin transaction. This transaction is then recorded on something called the blockchain, where it is permanently always there, and this blockchain keeps building and has a permanent record of every single Bitcoin transaction ever, so you can make sure you know exactly where your Bitcoin is at all times. But that's simplifying a much more complex technology. We're going to put links to Satoshi's white paper, YouTube explainers, if you want to get your hands dirty with more about Bitcoin. But today, we really want to go into the economic theory and implications of what this technology could have. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are already attracting some of the world's brightest minds to help bring this technology to the masses and, in fact, really disrupt our financial system. One of the leaders in this area is a company by the name of Coinbase. Founded in 2012, based in San Francisco, run by a guy called Brian Armstrong, Coinbase is the leader in digital currencies in the US. They have, I believe, the widest market share of total wallets. 6.6 million people have opened up Bitcoin wallets on Coinbase. They have over 21.2 digital currency wallets open on their platform. 45,000 businesses like Reddit, Expedia, Bloomberg, Dell, Dish Network, Khan Academy, all these companies are already using Coinbase's merchant services to allow you to accept Bitcoin on their website. That's one piece of Coinbase's business. The other part is allowing individuals to buy and sell Bitcoin and transact with each other in Bitcoin. Now, this is the part that's really exciting. I'm personally a Coinbase user. I love the service. It's a beautiful software. Every time I've had an experience with customer service, it's been impeccable, and it just feels like the bank of the future. It seems like they're always adding new features and services. Like one of my favorite ones is they have a vault feature where you can literally secure it, so the only way you can get your Bitcoin is if you call them up and personally speak to a representative and say that you want to remove it. This is more security than I have on my Vanguard account or my Bank of America account. So we have this tiny little company in San Francisco who is growing like crazy and quickly becoming the cryptocurrency bank for the millennial generation and all those who are willing to shoot their hand at Bitcoin and see what it is. So now I'm thinking, wasn't Elon Musk's old company, PayPal, supposed to be the digital bank of the future? What kind of happened to that? I mean, PayPal's its own behemoth now. They're doing $60 billion worth of business. They're a publicly traded company. They're pumping out billions of cash flow. But let's face it, they're kind of become a little bit boring, stagnated into their niche, which I guess is pretty big, but they've never really fulfilled their vision of becoming that true internet bank that was set out when the company was founded. I mean, this has worked out fine for shareholders, don't get me wrong, and it's the kind of risk-adverse strategy that Wall Street applauds, but frankly, we think PayPal has kind of become a dinosaur and is very anti-innovation. In fact, in their last quarterly conference call, just like a week ago, they announced a $5 billion share buyback. The company is literally spending $5 billion to buy back its own stock because they don't have anything better to spend their money on. So we are pitching an idea. For this week's Moonshot Monday, we would like PayPal to acquire Coinbase. Given Coinbase is the leader in digital currencies, they have over 6.6 million Bitcoin wallets, 45,000 business customers, and they've raised $117 million already. It's not going to come cheap, but we think this acquisition makes a ton of sense. PayPal is already getting its toes wet in the world of digital currency via Coinbase. They actually announced a partnership with Coinbase in July 2016 to allow users on PayPal to buy and sell Bitcoin through Coinbase's platform. In January 2016, PayPal tapped the shoulder of a CEO of another Bitcoin startup called Zappo and put him on their board of directors. So it's clear that PayPal is already thinking about cryptocurrencies and how they can make a play in this space. Why do we think buying Coinbase is the best move? First of all, if PayPal buys another company, instead of betting its core PayPal brand on Bitcoin, they will stay one step removed. Let's say some major Bitcoin exchange crashes. Let's say Bitcoin gets hacked. Like, I don't even know all the risks that could occur, but if they can isolate the Bitcoin part of their brand to a subsidiary, say Coinbase, that sort of de-risks the transaction and de-risks the way that PayPal could enter the cryptocurrency market. The other thing is, why buy Coinbase over another Bitcoin wallet? Well, based on Google Trends data and the research that we did, we believe that Coinbase is the #1 company in the market in terms of market share for digital wallets. So based on that alone, we think that that's a good enough reason to acquire them. But beyond that, the CEO, Brian Armstrong, is proved to be a real disruptor and the visionary in the cryptocurrency space. This is the biggest reason why we think PayPal should buy Coinbase. It's actually really an acqui-hire. The bottom line is PayPal is going to have to get deeper and deeper into cryptocurrencies and digital currencies, and we think it's a lot smarter to buy Coinbase than to compete with them directly. Look, hear me out. PayPal owns a little app called Venmo, which is one of the smartest acquisitions they've ever made. It's a peer-to-peer platform that allows young people to send money to each other with no fees. I use it all the time to pay rent, get my buddy back for buying a burrito, whatever. Well, Coinbase recently announced its own subsidiary called Token Browser. Built on the cryptocurrency Ethereum, this 100% secure and open app, it's like an app store for different Ethereum-based cryptocurrency apps, but bigger than that, it's a way to buy and sell securely cryptocurrencies and send them to friends. Why is this such a big deal? Because it's like Venmo, but instead of using dollars, I can use Ethereum or Bitcoin, and beyond that, I can also build up a reputation. So now we're really seeing the beginnings of how the financial system gets flipped on its head with Bitcoin. Imagine a day where instead of going down the street to get a bank, to get a loan, I can open my app and see the credit ratings or lender scores of everybody in my area. Maybe they're my friends, maybe they're my mentors, maybe they're my peers, and I will have my own credit rating based on this app. Am I willing to pay people back through this app? And all of a sudden we have a peer-to-peer lending network that can rival financial institutions of today. It can allow people to loan money and capture that interest instead of a financial institution doing it. Like, it's a total reinvention of the way finance works. And this is just one sliver of Coinbase's vision that they're working on, and I think is a real testament to the caliber of their management team. Giving you guys a crazy theory. I have this wild theory that if I was Amazon, Apple, Google, and I had billions of dollars right now, and I saw the advent of Bitcoin or another cryptocurrency, I would start quietly accumulating as much of that cryptocurrency as possible without anybody knowing. Why? Because then once I acquired a significant amount, there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoins ever in circulation. There's about 15 million outstanding now. Let's say I'm Amazon or Google or Facebook, and I'm able to buy 5 million of these Bitcoins, 27%. Sure, maybe I triple the price of Bitcoin in doing it and move the price up, but now I have 25% of all the Bitcoins in the world. I can immediately announce on my platform, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Apple, that anyone can buy and sell Bitcoin. What is this gonna do? Immediately spike the price of Bitcoin, drive mainstream adoption, catapult it to being a mainstream currency. What's gonna happen now? I still own 25%. I can immediately launch financial services surrounding all, like, based on this Bitcoin product. And beyond that, I am now the Fed of Bitcoin because I control enough to where I can either sell more Bitcoin if it gets too high and artificially push the price down, or buy more if it goes too low based on the revenue I'm generating from the services that I'm giving people from Bitcoin. So, like, this crazy heist of the entire financial system could occur maybe if one of these mega tech giants with billions at their disposal, I mean, there's only 25 billion total amount of Bitcoin in circulation right now. So this whole scheme would only take 15 billion for them to buy 20% of Bitcoin, assuming the price triples. So for 15 billion, you could get a shot at having as much power as a central bank. That seems like $1 trillion business. I don't know. Anyway, moonshot, crazy conspiracy idea. I hope you guys like it.